afternoon, everyone. We'll go and get things started. We'd like to welcome Xander Schauffele here to the ZOZO Championship. Xander, making your 6th consecutive start. As we always do, we'll just start off with some opening comments on what it's like to be back in Japan.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure of mine to be in Japan. I first was in Osaka for 2 days and Kyoto for 2 days prior to this, so first time for both, and it's always one of my favorite stops of the year.
Came out here a week earlier. What were some of the things you did and added on? Oh, sorry.
ちょっと待って。
今回6年連続日本に来られてどうですかっていう質問で、日本にはいつも来るのを楽しみにしていて、今回は大阪に2日間、京都に2日間最初にいました。
And now back to came out here earlier. What were some of the things you did and plan to afterwards the tournament?
Yeah, I pretty much ate all through Osaka. Visited. I was a tourist along the Dotonbori there, and in Kyoto went to a couple shrines and enjoyed some onsen with my wife. So it was very, very relaxing.
日本に来てから何をしましたかということで、最初に大阪の道頓堀に行って少し観光して、京都では神社を回ったり温泉に行きました。
Being a professional golfer, travel all around and can kind of cause jet lag, but came out here earlier. Does that help with the adjustment?
We'll find out this week with my scores, but I think so. I feel better. I've done the charter, getting in, at 2 or 3 a.m. I've come a little bit earlier, and I've come in Sunday, so I've tried it all at this point.
プロゴルファーとしてたくさんのところにトラベルするということで、早めに現地入りするのはいいですか？はい、とてもチャージができるので、それはすごく助かっています。
Been at this course all 6 times, but just got done with the practice round. What are you seeing with the course and the conditions this year?
Yeah, the greens are really, really fast. I think, depending on rain, the course could play very difficult this year. So, if we get a little bit of wind and no rain, it could be the highest score, I guess, winning score. And if we get a little bit of rain, it could be sort of like years past.
今回練習ラウンドしてコースの状態はいかがですかという質問で、グリーンはすごく速いんですが、雨の状況によってはコンディションは変わるかなというところで、雨だったり風が強く出たらスコアは少し普段よりは上がってしまうんじゃないかなというふうに思います。
Added 2 majors to your resume this season. Has treatment been any different this time around coming back to Japan?
Yeah, I feel like the fans here have always been very supportive of me, which I appreciate, and the majors, they probably help a little bit in that category, but everyone's always so nice to me.
メジャーを2勝してから日本に戻ってくるということで、プレーの方はいかがですか？日本の皆さんはすごく拍手してくれたり良いので、すごくそれはよく感じます。
Perfect. I'll probably have a few more at the end, but we'll open up for questions. Go ahead and raise your hand if you have a question, and we will bring a microphone over to you.
こんにちは、アルバネットの高木と言います。お願いします。今シーズンですが、メジャー2勝、プレジデンツカップの米国 V など優勝などいろいろあったと思うんですが、プロの中で振り返られたときにどのような一年だったのかなと。
So looking back to your season, you won 2 majors, and how was your season?
It was a dream come true. Winning 2 majors in this season is, you sort of dream of that stuff, and for me to be able to do it is very special. So I will always remember 2024.
自分の夢がすごく叶った年になりました。メジャーを1年に2勝するということは本当に特別なことで、2024年というのは自分の中ですごく思い出深い年になりました。
今回の 大会で、多分全英オープンの優勝カップを持ってこられていたかなと思うんですが、それは東京に住まわれているおじい様とおばあ様に見せるためなんでしょうか。
So you brought the Claret jab to Japan this time, and then are you going to show it to your grandparents this time?
Of course, yes.
はい、もちろんです。おじいちゃんたちに見せました。
どのような反応をされていましたか？
How was their reaction when you showed it?
Oh, I haven't since I've been. I literally just got to, I guess, Chiba or Narita on Monday, so I haven't seen my grandparents just yet. But there's a chance that my mom showed her parents on. My parents got here a little bit earlier last week.
まだこちらに来たばっかりなので、実際にまだおじいちゃんたちには会えてないんですけれども、私のお母さんが店に行けるかなっていう感じです。
年に一度の日本での大会ということで思い入れもあると思うんですが、日本のファンの皆さんにどのようなプレーを展開していきたいですか？
So this tournament is held once a year. What part of your golf game would you like your fan to watch?
All parts. Hopefully I play really well and can give some nice entertainment to all the fans that come out this week.
すべて見てほしいんですけれども、調子がいいことを願います。
大阪に行かれたということなんですけど、お好み焼き、たこ焼きとか。
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I ate okonomiyaki and takoyaki for sure.
お好み焼きもたこ焼きも食べてすごく美味しかったです。
よかったです。ありがとうございます。
Thank you.
Moving over to the left, we have Anthony here.
Oh, Xander, just wanted to find out, obviously at a very successful President's Cup, you guys played so well there, had a lot of fun. Do you think you could take some of that momentum from the fun that you had there into having good form here in Japan today?
Yeah, I mean, it's the last competitive golf that I've played, so I was able to sort of play a little bit better each and every day when I was on property. Kind of got off to a little bit of a rough start, and then, by Saturday, Sunday, I was starting to hit the golf ball pretty nice, and definitely take that sort of momentum and try and carry it as long as possible.
Thank you.
はい、今年すごく成功された年ということで、そのようないい調子を、日本に持ってきてどのようにプレーしたいですか。その時々やはりベストを尽くしてプレーするということで、土日の、決勝ラウンドに向けて着々、調子を上げていきたいと思います。
Sticking to the left, we have Golf Japan.
Hi, Xander. Congratulations on an amazing year. Just wanted to ask you about Chris Como and the influence he's had on your career thus far.
He's been tremendous. I've known Chris for maybe 10 years now, but I've only been, working with Chris for pushing probably just under a year, close to it, call it a year now. And yeah, I mean, I trust him a lot. I have put a lot of sort of faith in what he's telling me, just believing everything he's telling me and trusting everything he's telling me. And it's a scary thing, obviously. I've had pretty much the same coach my whole life, and to get advice from someone new and sort of to put your whole, I guess, all of my tournament trust and feels and everything that goes into sort of competing at a high level, into his corner was a really big deal for myself and my team. So, Chris is he's an awesome individual and definitely very happy that he's part of my team.
今年成功された年ということでおめでとうございます。コーチのクリスさんについてどう思われますか。コーチのクリスさんとは10年以上もう、コーチとして見てもらっていますが、やはり自分の中でとても信頼した方ですし、何年も同じ人だとマンネリ化してしまう部分もあるんですけれども、彼はやっぱり自分の、やるべきことをしっかりと言ってくださって、自分のチームに必要な存在です。
I noticed that you mentioned that you were bringing the claret jug to Japan. Do you have a preference for which major you won?
I'm not picky. It's just the Wanamaker's
it's a bit big.
You can't put it into carry-on. I can say that much. It's like a massive trunk.
Okay, lastly from me, you had an amazing 2024, as we know. What do you think you need to do next year to win Player of the Year?
I mean, it seems I need to have the best career ever. You know, I just had my best career ever, and you know, it wasn't really close. So yeah, I'm pretty, you know, content with how I played and where my game is at. So if I can keep on doing what I'm doing, I'd be very pleased.
Great, thank you.
Thanks.
クラレットジャグを今年持ってきたということで、どのメジャーで勝ちたかったか、何か希望はありましたかという質問に対して、メジャーでしたら何でももちろん嬉しいですということで、2つ目の質問としては、今シーズンを振り返って、どうでしたかっていう感じの質問について、とてもすごくベストな年だったので、良かったと思います。
Xander, when you think of 2019, obviously Tiger won here. I mean, what stands out from that week with what Tiger achieved that week?
Well, it was one, he made history by winning, obviously, but what I remember, honestly, I saw on the first tee with JT and Rory, and I couldn't believe how many people were just on the property, you know, and Tiger has, you know, obviously there's some very big names here that pull a really big crowd, but Tiger seems to always move the needle the most, and it felt special just for how it felt like a major almost, just from the amount of people. Like there was 10 rows deep on the first hole, and it was insane. So him winning was obviously really special, but he definitely brought a different feel in 2019 to the tournament on top of, you know, his history that he made.
2019年にタイガー選手がプレーした時のことについてなんですけど、たくさんのギャラリーがやっぱり本当にいて、すごく特別感を感じました。そして、2019年のこのZOZOチャンピオンシップはたくさんのギャラリーの方がいたことによって本当にメジャーの試合のようにも感じました。で、勝つのはすごく大切ですけど、本当に2019年はすごい年だったと思います。
I think you played in your first President's Cup later that year in Royal Melbourne, where Tiger was playing captain. I mean, led the team to win there. Was there anything that stood out about his game, which stood out?
Yeah, he's impressive. I mean, his body even at that time wasn't, you know, where he would like it. I'd say, you know, he wasn't 100%, not in my eyes at least. You know, I was there in the team room with him late at night doing, you know, physio and ice baths and all those things. So for him to be the captain, for him to go out as our captain and shoot, I think he was 5 or 6 under on his own ball his first match when it was super cold weather, and chipping in and just doing Tiger things was, you know, it was I felt like a kid in a candy store, just sort of, you know, one of our great idols in our game was doing his thing, and he was on my team for it.
プレジデンツカップについてなんですけれども、やっぱり体調が100% のない中、フィジカルのコーチも連れてきて、キャプテンが5、6アンダーで最初のマッチをプレーして、本当にすごく思い出に残る試合でした。
Just one last one from me, Xander. Obviously a great year with those two majors. With your heritage here being Japan, being half Asian as well, what would a win here on Sunday mean at the end of an amazing season?
Yeah, it would be a cherry on top. I have, you know, a lot of my family will be out, and my grandparents will be out, and to be able to win, you know, I don't get to see them very often, so delivering the gold medal to them was really special during that COVID year, and I think delivering another win in front of them and for them would be even more special.
Have you won in front of your grandparents before?
No, I mean, during COVID, they weren't able to attend, so I was able to show them the medal that night at the hotel. We were able to sort of sneak around. Now that it's okay to say, but at the time, you know, we conveniently had rooms next to each other, so random. But that was how I was able to share the medal with them that night.
今年メジャーを2勝したということで、半分、アジアの血が混じっているということで、どのように感じますか。で、家族がたくさん日本で、の試合では来てくれるので、日本の、行われた東京オリンピックでも金メダルを取れたということは、とても嬉しかったですし、コロナの中だったので家族は来ることができなかったんですけど、たまたま部屋が隣でそこで金メダルを見せれましたということです。
We'll finish up with one more over here. Back to her.
優勝も期待されている中だと思うんですが、優勝するためにっていうところで、このコースの、鍵となってくる、ごめんなさい、いいスコアを出すために鍵となる部分っていうのは何でしょうか？
What's your strategy to play this golf course?
There are 5 or 6 holes that you just have to try and play for par on the property. If you can do that, that'd give you a very big advantage on the field. And then, there's probably another, 5 or 6 holes where you feel like you can make birdies each day. So the course is very polarizing when it comes to holes you can feel like you can birdie versus parring. And my plan is to try and just separate the two and sort of treat them as sort of separate tournaments.
5、6ホールは必ずパーで上がれればいいなっていうホールがあって、しっかりそこではパーを取ることが大切だと思っています。で、またその他の5、6ホールはバーディーチャンスが取れるホールだと思うので、しっかりそこを区別をつけて勝負していきたいなというふうに思います。
すみません、そのパーを取りたいホールというのは、例えば、結構長いミドル400ヤード超えのパー4だったり、そのあたりになるんでしょうか？
So the holes you want to make pars, is that like long par 4 or what kind of holes?
Yeah, 4 is a long par 4. 5 is a very difficult par 3 with water. 9 is a very long par 4. 11 and 12 are 2 very long par 4s, and 17 is another very difficult par 4. And then 16 would probably be another hole where I'd want a par. I don't know if that's 6 holes or more, but all those holes, if I can make par on them, I'll be very, very happy.
4番の長いパー4だったり、5番のパー3、9番、12番、16番、17番と、たくさんそのパーを、しっかりと取りたいホールがあるんですけれども、そのようなホールでパーをセーブできたら自分の中ではすごくいいなというふうに思っています。
ありがとうございます。
Xander, just TGL announced its schedule for the inaugural season starting in January. How excited about you with this new initiative for that kind of golf, and what can fans expect from out of this?
Yeah, I think it's be very exciting. It's sort of our first mesh of golf and technology, being sort of mashed together on an entertainment platform. And with the arena there being built there in Florida and being complete, I think we're playing I'm first up based on what I saw on the schedule. I forgot who we're playing. I think the Bay Club, I believe. So it'll be a really fun match, and it's an honor to be the first guys to go out and give it a run.
TGL がこれから1月に初めて行われると思うんですけど、それはどのくらい楽しみにしていますか？すごく楽しみにしています。テクノロジーとゴルフのこのコンビネーションっていうのが初めてなので、すごく楽しみにしていますし、自分がおそらく最初にベイクラブのコースでラウンドすると思うので、楽しみです。
Perfect. That's all the questions we have. As always, thank you for the time, Xander.
Thank you.